Steam's throwing another sale, and it's that special time when your wallet starts crying, and your library fills up with even more games you'll probably never play. Don't worry, I've got that problem too. But since you clicked on this video, let me show you some seriously good deals you absolutely need to check out. In the aftermath of nuclear devastation, Moscow's metro system becomes humanity's last fragile refuge. Within these shadowy tunnels, Artyom, a young survivor, is drawn into a journey to deliver a warning about the Dark Ones, mysterious beings whose misunderstood presence sparks fear and aggression. Metro 2033 Redux refines this haunting tale with updated visuals and smoother mechanics. You can choose between two distinct styles, one built around scarcity and careful movement, the other leaning into faster, more direct confrontations. For those seeking a tougher test, Ranger Mode strips away the interface and ramps up the realism. As you navigate the ruined metro lines and the dangerous surface above, threats come in many forms: twisted mutants, rival factions, and the toxic environment itself. The world reacts to every move, and choices like hoarding bullets or sneaking past enemies can mean the difference between survival and a silent end. Metro 2033 Redux is more than just a fight for survival. It's a bleak, thought-provoking dive into what remains of humanity when the world has already ended. Deathloop. Trapped in a mysterious island where time resets endlessly, you find yourself caught in a relentless cycle, waking up each day with no memory of what came before. This strange loop erases all progress, forcing you to learn from each repetition and discover new ways to outsmart a deadly adversary who's just as determined to end the cycle as you are. As the hours rewind, the island itself reveals its secrets layer by layer, blending beautiful, deceptive calm with lurking dangers that keep every moment unpredictable. Moving through this world demands a balance of sharp wit, careful planning, and fast reflexes. The environment shifts constantly, offering opportunities to exploit shadows and an arsenal of weapons mixed with unusual powers that bend reality to your will. Every encounter is a game of cat and mouse, where anticipating your opponent's moves and setting clever traps becomes essential. With each loop, you gather knowledge that slowly turn the island from an inescapable prison into a place where escape feels possible. The experience is more than just surviving fights. It's about unraveling a complex story woven through time, where motives and loyalties are never what they seem. In this cycle of repetition and revelation, mastery over time itself becomes the ultimate tool. And breaking free means playing a high-stakes game where every second counts, and the line between hunter and hunted blurs in thrilling, unpredictable ways. In the early 18th century, the Caribbean Sea becomes a battleground where empires vie for dominance and pirates carve their own destinies. Amidst this turmoil, Edward Kenway, a charismatic and ambitious privateer turned pirate, navigates a world full of political intrigue, betrayal, and the pursuit of something greater than gold: freedom. His path intertwines with the secretive Assassin Brotherhood and the calculating Templar Order, each striving to shape the future in their own way. The story unfolds across a vast, ever-changing open world, stretching from dense jungle islands and bustling colonial cities to the open sea. Commanding the Jackdaw, a ship built for speed and firepower, you can chase merchant vessels, raid fortresses, dive into shipwrecks, and uncover lost relics buried beneath turquoise waters. Naval combat is both tactical and intense, where each crashing wave or sudden storm can completely shift the course of a fight. On land, stealth, cunning, and swordsmanship guide you through tangled conspiracies and dangerous alliances. There's a rhythm to the chaos, a dance between freedom and consequence that shapes every moment. Kingdom Come: Deliverance is an immersive RPG set in the realistic, brutal world of medieval Bohemia. Developed by Warhorse Studios, the game transports players to the 15th century, where they step into the shoes of Henry, a young blacksmith's son whose village is destroyed by invaders. The story follows his quest for vengeance and his role in the larger historical events of the time, drawing inspiration from real historical figures and battles. What sets Kingdom Come: Deliverance apart from other RPGs is its focus on realism. The game features authentic medieval combat, including detailed sword-fighting mechanics, where each weapon has its own unique style and strategy. The world is vast and open, You can traverse lush forests, bustling towns, and grand castles, each brimming with life and dynamic NPCs, which will react to your actions, whether you engaging in combat, stealing, or negotiating. The decisions you make affect how people perceive you and the overall course of the game. In addition to its complex skill-based combat system, the game incorporates deep character development where you hone your skills in various areas. The game also emphasizes crafting, hunting, and survival, offering a truly immersive medieval experience. Psychonauts 2 throws you straight into the wild mind of Rasputin Aquato, known as Raz, a young acrobat with psychic powers who's finally become a part of the Psychonauts, a group that dives into the minds of others. But things aren't right. The group's leader has come back from a kidnapping, acting strange, and there's whispers of a traitor within. To make things worse, someone might be trying to bring back Maligula, a deadly psychic from the past, with a history soaked in destruction. The real magic of the game lies in the mental landscapes you'll travel through. Each one reflects the thoughts, trauma, and personality of the person it belongs to. One moment, you'll be inside the mind of someone battling addiction, where the environment is cluttered with oversized beer bottles and haunted memories. Another moment, you're in a twisted mashup of a hospital and casino, an anxious mess of chance, risk, and buried regret. Fighting isn't just about throwing punches. It's about facing emotional baggage, regrets that slam down like anvils, and inner critics that try to silence creativity. With powers like telekinesis, levitation, and even lighting things on fire, Raz has the tools to handle the chaos. A newer ability, Mental Connection, lets you link thoughts and literally swing between them, both as a traversal mechanic and a way to unlock secrets. The story is about healing, identity, and understanding, dealing with past trauma without losing what makes someone unique. Raz's own journey isn't just about saving the world. It's about learning what it means to truly help someone. Ori and the Blind Forest is a critically acclaimed platform adventure game that has captivated thousands with its compelling narrative, stunning visuals, and fascinating gameplay. In this Metroidvania-style game, you will control a mysterious creature named Ori as it embarks on a journey to save the Forest of Nebel from impending doom. The gameplay emphasizes exploration, puzzle solving, and platforming, with Ori acquiring new abilities that unlock previously inaccessible areas. The Soul Link system allows you to create safe points at any location, adding a strategic element to the gameplay. It has been recognized as a significant example of video games as an art form, with its dreamlike sensitivity and emotional depth. In Bramble the Mountain King, you embark on a dark and enchanting journey inspired by Nordic folklore. Playing as a young boy named Ole, you must traverse a mysterious and treacherous world to rescue your kidnapped sister from the clutches of terrifying creatures. The game blends atmospheric exploration with riddles to solve and tense encounters against grotesque and haunting foes. Each environment is richly detailed, immersing you in a world where beauty and horror coexist. The creatures you encounter are drawn from Scandinavian myths, each with unique behaviors that require observation and strategy to overcome. A key element is the Spark of Courage, a mystical power that aids in overcoming obstacles and battling monstrous entities. With a haunting soundtrack and deeply emotional storytelling, Bramble the Mountain King delivers an unsettling but captivating experience, blending fairy tale wonder with nightmarish undertones. A Plague Tale: Innocence is an action-adventure game set in a dark and tumultuous period of 14th century France, during the backdrop of the 100 Years' War and the devastating spread of the Black Death. The game tells the poignant story of Amicia de Rune, a young noblewoman, and her younger brother Hugo, who suffers from a mysterious illness. As the two siblings are forced to flee their home, they embark on a journey through a world consumed by plague, war, and supernatural forces. The core of the game focuses on the survival of these siblings as they navigate through treacherous environments, including desolate villages, dark forests, and various ruins, all while avoiding the relentless threat of the Inquisition soldiers, as well as swarms of plague-carrying rats that have overrun much of the land. You will control Amicia, who uses a combination of stealth, quick thinking, and resource management to protect Hugo and navigate the perilous world. Hugo's illness plays a key role in the story, and the bond between the two siblings evolves as they grow and adapt to their harsh circumstances. The gameplay incorporates a mix of stealth, wise combat, and action. Amicia must make use of the environment and available resources to stay one step ahead of her enemies. The presence of the rat hordes adds an additional layer of tension, requiring you to find ways to use light to hold them back or create distractions to bypass them. You awaken in the ruins of a shattered Los Angeles, thrust into the grip of a war where machines have risen to wipe out the last traces of humanity. As Jacob Rivers, a soldier of the resistance marked for termination, you carry both the burden of survival and the weight of decisions that may alter the course of the conflict. The world around you is scarred with the aftermath of nuclear fire, where every step forward draws you deeper into a struggle, with your choices rippling outward and shaping the lives of those who look to you for hope. Your journey is a blend of intense shootouts and careful exploration. You scavenge through devastated neighborhoods, searching for resources and materials that let you craft weapons, devices, and traps. The story unravels through the bonds you form with those around you. Conversations and choices you make regarding them shape their trust and the future they will face alongside you. Every decision you make and every action you take will determine whether the flame of life endures or is extinguished forever. In the 16th century, the world teeters on the edge of chaos. Two legendary swords, Soul Edge and SOULCALIBUR, embody the eternal clash between destructive ambition and noble resolve. The malevolent Soul Edge, a cursed blade, corrupts all it touches, while the virtuous SOULCALIBUR stands as a beacon of hope. The story in this game develops through two primary paths. The first delves into the intertwined fates of iconic figures like Killick, Sophia Alexandra, and Siegfried. The second path, Libra of Soul, introduces a unique protagonist, a nameless hero whose soul is entwined with the mysterious astral chaos. This mode allows for a personalized experience, where choices shape the hero's alignment and interactions with others. The gameplay is a dynamic fusion of offense and defense, emphasizing strategic depth and fluid combat. The reversal edge mechanic introduces a tactical layer, allowing for decisive counterattacks. Soul Charge grants temporary enhancements, turning the tide of battle in critical moments. Lethal hits enable devastating combos, rewarding precision and timing. In a world where humanity teeters on the brink of collapse, a relentless force known as the Root has emerged from beyond, twisting Earth into a shadow of its former self. You awaken on a storm-lashed shore, armed with little more than determination and a blade, driven by whispers of a tower that may hold the key to ending this scourge. The path leads to Ward 13, a subterranean refuge where the remnants of civilization cling to survival. The journey unfolds through a labyrinth of shattered realms, each bearing the scars of the Root's invasion. In this fractured world, where the future seems buried beneath ash and ruin, every step forward carries the weight of those who came before. The fight is brutal, but somewhere in the rubble, there's a sliver of something more than survival. Soulstice is an action RPG set in a dark, grim world where a pair of sisters, Briar and Lute, fight to reclaim a city overrun by terrifying creatures called wraiths. These wraiths, born from the Veil, have corrupted and possessed humans, turning them into powerful enemies. The sisters, reborn as chimeras, now are the world's last hope. The physically stronger sister excels in brutal melee combat, while younger sister has now become a ghost with mystical powers and can control the battlefield with her unique abilities. Together, they are a formidable force, embodying the synergy of their combined souls. The game features fast-paced combat with a dynamic battle system, where you will control both sisters simultaneously. Briar unleashes devastating combos, while Lute manipulates the battlefield through ethereal powers. The game also allows for deep customization, where you will be able to upgrade weapons and abilities, further enhance the sisters' combat effectiveness. The game's world is influenced by classic Japanese fantasy art styles, giving it a visually stunning and eerie aesthetic. Vampyr is an action role-playing game. Set in London during the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, you will assume the role of Dr. Jonathan Reed, a renowned sergeant who has been turned into a vampire. As Reed, you will navigate the dark and atmospheric streets of London, torn between the duty to heal the citizens and the insatiable thirst for blood. The game offers a semi-open world environment divided into 4 districts, each teeming with characters who have their own backgrounds and daily routines. You can choose to uphold your Hippocratic oath by treating and healing citizens, which can improve district health and provide valuable information, or give in to your vampiric nature, feeding on citizens to gain strength and unlock various powerful abilities. Combat involves a combination of melee and ranged weapons, as well as supernatural vampire powers, allowing you to confront various enemies, including vampire hunters and other supernatural creatures. The narrative is deeply influenced by player choices, with multiple endings that reflect the moral decisions made throughout the game. You are a wandering scribe who learns to bend living ink into life, dueling rival masters across parchment that shifts between battlefield and chronicle. You sketch beasts into the margins, spend precious ink to call them forth, and direct them with deliberate turn-by-turn choices. As you journey, you assemble a personal bestiary and a set of talents that change how your creations behave, while the page itself becomes a toy box of hazards and opportunities. Your own hand is not merely symbolic. You can thump a nuisance off its perch, nudge foes into danger, block approaches by doodling obstacles, or trigger chaotic little contraptions that twist the tide. Victory rarely comes from brute force. It comes from spacing, elevation, and timing. Beyond each duel lies a roguish journey where routes fork, events tempt, and bosses styled like saints, scholars, and other medieval superstars. Between encounters, you haggle for new creatures, patch your wounds, tune various perks, and wrestle with a very human limitation. Repeat your favorites too often and they grow bored, nudging you toward varied lineups and fresh tactics. It's a playful and tactical game, full of personality, offering something fresh for anyone who enjoys turn-based strategy with a humorous and unique art style. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is a fantasy-themed action role-playing game set in a whimsical and chaotic world. It takes you through a highly imaginative universe, inspired by Dungeons & Dragons, featuring the eccentric Tiny Tina as the game master. The gameplay centers around fast-paced shooting, fantasy shootouts, and signature humor, with elements of traditional role-playing mechanics like leveling up, loot collection, and questing. In Wonderlands, you will assume the role of the Fate Maker, a customizable character who embarks on an adventure across a series of landscapes shaped by Tina's wild imagination. You will encounter various classes and engage in a dynamic combat system that blends ranged and magical attacks. The game offers multiplayer, with both solo and co-op play options, including cross-play across different platforms, allowing friends to team up no matter where they play. Strange Brigade. You wake to a tale of classic-era adventure. An archaeological misstep has released an ancient malice, and you are sent to follow its trail. As you venture through ruined corridors and forgotten sanctuaries, you uncover rituals and devices that bind souls and warp the line between life and death. The journey mixes lighthearted banter with growing menace, driving you from discovery to confrontation as the stakes rise toward a final clash. You fight through a fast-paced third-person shooter where quick reflexes meet improvisation. Period weapons and character abilities give you varied ways to adapt, while chaining takedowns, exploiting weaknesses, and turning the environment to your advantage keeps combat dynamic. Unlockable tools and upgrades expand your tactics, and intense encounters demand sharp timing and resourceful use of your arsenal. Between encounters, various puzzles challenge you to think as much as to fight. Ancient mechanisms react to your choices, rewarding careful observation with shortcuts, ancient artifacts, and advantages. The tone blends classic spectacle with supernatural menace, binding story and gameplay so that every puzzle solved and every enemy defeated pushes the mystery forward. In World War Z, you find yourself at the heart of a global pandemic, with cities overrun by hordes of zombies. Together with your team, you move through various episodes, each unfolding as a series of missions, packed with intense combat and tactical challenges. The gameplay is fast-paced and relentless. Waves of zombies keep coming, forcing you to constantly move, cover your teammates, and make use of the weapons at your disposal to survive. Every episode creates a sense of true chaos, Hordes attack from multiple directions at once, demanding a mix of quick reflexes and smart planning. The game also emphasizes different approaches. You can choose from classes with unique abilities, but the core excitement remains the same, battling massive hordes of zombies that close in from everywhere. The story takes you through diverse corners of the world, showing the impact of the pandemic and keeping you under constant pressure and threat. Ultimately, World War Z is a tense and energetic cooperative shooter, where the key is to move quickly, stay coordinated, and make the most of every opportunity to complete each episode. Every mission throws you into the heart of chaos, creating a continuous sense of high-stakes action. In the peculiar world of We Happy Few, the sun never sets on the illusion of happiness. Set in an alternate 1960s Britain, the town of Wellington Wells thrives on a collective denial maintained by a mandatory hallucinogen called joy. This drug paints over the bleak realities of a society haunted by its past, replacing them with vibrant hallucinations and enforced cheerfulness. The townsfolk, adorned with permanent grins and white masks, live in a state of artificial bliss, oblivious to the crumbling infrastructure and the moral decay beneath their feet. The narrative unfolds through the intertwined stories of three individuals: a man seeking the truth about his missing brother, Sally Boyle, a chemist entangled in the very system she helped sustain, and Ollie Starkey, a former soldier battling his own fragmented memories. Each character's journey peels back layers of the town's dark secrets, revealing the price of conformity and the cost of remembering. Their paths cross and diverge, painting a multifaceted picture of resistance against a society that punishes dissent with forced medication or worse. Gameplay blends stealth, survival, and exploration, challenging you to navigate a procedurally generated world where appearances are deceiving. Choices carry weight, influencing not only immediate outcomes, but also the broader narrative arc. Beyond the main storyline, additional content delves into the lives of other residents, offering fresh perspectives and gameplay mechanics. Subnautica transports you to an alien oceanic planet, where you assume the role of Riley Robinson, a survivor of the spaceship Aurora's crash. Stranded amidst vast underwater expanses, you must navigate diverse marine environments, from sunlit coral reefs to shadowy deep-sea trenches, all while managing essentials like oxygen, hunger, and thirst. The game allows you to collect materials to craft tools, build underwater habitats, and pilot various submersibles. As you delve deeper, you will encounter a myriad of marine creatures, some benign and others posing significant threats. The narrative unfolds through exploration and discovery, revealing the mysteries of the planet and the fate of its previous inhabitants. Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden is an action role-playing game that offers a compelling narrative set in 1695 New Eden, a colonial settlement plagued by a sinister curse. Players assume the roles of Antia Duarte and Red Mac Wraith, a pair of Banishers, skilled spirit hunters, tasked with lifting the malevolent curse afflicting the community. The storyline delves into themes of love, loss, and sacrifice, presenting players with morally complex decisions that significantly influence the fate of both the living and the spectral inhabitants of New Eden. The gameplay features a dynamic combat system that combines Red's physical weaponry, including a rifle and sword, with Antia's supernatural abilities. This blend allows for fluid and strategic battles against various spectral adversaries. Players can enhance their characters by unlocking new gear and abilities, tailoring their combat style to their preferences. Exploration is a key component, with players navigating diverse landscapes and engaging in haunting cases. Beneath Oresa is a dynamic tactical roguelike that blends card-based strategy with turn-based combat. The game unfolds in a ruined city that once served as a home for gods, now inhabited by rival factions, each with distinct abilities and playstyles. At the start of your journey, you choose an expedition with unique rewards and set the level of the architect's curse, which will affect challenges and opportunities along the way. The game features several factions, each offering unique mechanics, and every faction comes with a companion, whose abilities grow as your bond strengthens. Battles revolve around a 3-action system and a battlefield split into zones, requiring careful positioning. Your deck evolves with each encounter, offering 3 upgrade options at a time to to adapt your strategy. You also encounter nodes that allow healing, deck enhancement, or deepening your bond with your companion, with every choice carrying meaningful consequences. This game is perfect for those who enjoy deep tactical mechanics and a challenging experience. It will especially appeal to fans of card-based roguelikes like Slay the Spire, and anyone seeking fresh strategic challenges. Granblue Fantasy Relink. In a world of floating islands and ancient beasts, a skyfaring crew sets out in search of Lucia, a legendary land said to grant wishes. Their journey leads to the Zegagron Skydom, where things quickly spiral out of control after a fight with a primal dragon that leaves the crew scattered and fate hanging by a thread. What begins as a quest soon pulls them into a deeper conflict involving the mysterious Church of Avia and its ambitious leader, Lilith. With the Sky Realm's balance at risk, the crew must face powerful foes and personal trials across a tight, story-driven campaign that builds toward a dramatic final confrontation. Combat is fast and fluid, centered around a 4-character party system where timing, synergy, and elemental strategy matter. Chaining special attacks and using powerful skybound arts adds weight to every battle, while the variety of characters encourages trying new team setups. Outside the main story, over 100 optional quests offer everything, from tough bosses to defense missions. Progression is deep, with character trees and weapon upgrades that let you tailor the experience to your style. Optional character episodes add more heart, giving depth to the diverse crew. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel even more, grab me a coffee over at Buy Me a Coffee, link in the description. Every bit helps me keep bringing you the best deals and epic games. Catch you in the next one, and thanks for the support.